Morning. So this morning we're going to do a legs focused stretch class. So getting the 4 quadrants of the thighs. So the quads, the glutes, the inner thighs, adductors, and the back of the thighs, the hamstrings. And we're going to be using a strap. So if you don't have a yoga strap, then you can use like a long towel that you fold up lengthways, if that makes sense, to make it the longest way. And then you can use that instead of a strap, or a rope, or any other strappy kind of thing around the house, then use that. And if you're super flexy, you might not need the strap, but it's nice to have one for a bit of support anyway. So we'll just start in any comfy seated position, whatever that looks like for you. We're not here for long, just for a brief meditation, and then we'll actually start standing. So once you've found all of your equipment, your mat, your strap, finding your seat, closing down through the eyes, and just allowing yourself to tune in. Noticing the flow of breath pouring in and out of the nose. Noticing how the breath moves, the heart, the belly, even the shoulders, the chest, and the back. Noticing just with this simple gesture of closing the eyes and of bringing the awareness to the breath, how that just naturally centers you, how it naturally brings you into this state of awareness, of alignment, and of peace. And so I invite you to use this practice this morning to continue to cultivate this state of peace, of inner alignment. Bringing the hands together in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. Just opening our practice together with a single sound of Om. And one of my favorite ways to begin our practice these days as we record or live stream is just with an intention to stay connected. So though we're not together in the physical sense, we are connected by spirit. We are connected by energy, and we are still practicing together. So opening with a single sound of Om, and taking a long breath in, and a long breath out. Inhaling for Om. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Gently blinking the eyes open. Just coming up to standing. Just taking the legs nice and wide and folding forward. So wide-legged forward fold. The toes slightly face in, the heels slightly face out. And then just fold over the thighs. Let the head be heavy. Let the chin tuck into the chest. And either keeping the palms on the earth or grabbing the ankles and drawing yourself a little bit further in, whatever feels best. And if your head touches the earth, then just bring the feet a little closer together. And so in this pose, we're accessing both the backs of the thighs, the hamstrings, as well as the inner thighs, the adductors. And by starting standing, we actually get a deeper stretch
as the whole weight of the upper body is draping over the lower body, using the effect of gravity. Use the breath and close the eyes. You can move the head side to side, sway the hips side to side. Any other movements that feel nice, maybe taking a little more weight into the heels or the balls of the feet. But really find that effort of surrender. As if watching any thoughts, any worries or concerns trickle down the back and float out the crown, and releasing them down into the earth. And just here for one more deep breath in. And a long breath out. And from here, just taking the hands to the earth, walking the hands over to frame the left foot, stepping the right foot forward, feet hip width apart. Chin to chest, inhale, gently rolling all the way up to standing. One vertebrae at a time. Rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, chin to chest, start to roll all the way down again, as slowly as you can. One vertebrae at a time. Try and melt as slowly as is possible, as if feeling each movement. And then when you reach your edge, just allowing yourself to drape again. You can grab opposite elbows. And again, just hanging over the thighs. So getting just the hamstrings now. And really allow the chin to tuck into the chest. Finding a rounding through the spine. And to take that rounding even further, we can even interlace the hands behind the head and draw the head further into the chest. And this might be quite strong for some of you, so feel free to release the arms here if it's too much. And again, finding that intention of surrender. Stretching the whole back seam of the body. And just one more deep breath in here. And a long breath out. Gently releasing the hands to the earth and stepping the right leg all the way back. So make sure it's nice and long. Untucking the back toes.
So make sure the left ankle is underneath that left knee. If the stance is too close, then it's not going to get the stretch and it's going to put too much pressure on that left knee. So you might need to slide your right knee further back. And then we'll take the hands on the inside of that left foot, heel toe the foot to the left. And you can either stay on your palms here or come down to the forearms. So now we're moving the stretch into the top of the thigh, so getting the right hip flexor here, the front seam of the body. And then allow the head to be heavy again. And let yourself go. Closing down the eyes. And dropping into the sensations within here. If you have a bolster or a cushion, you could take the bolster under the forearms or the palms to make it a little more soft, to make it a little softer. And just here for one more deep breath in and a long breath out. And then we're going to inhale, come up onto the palms, and you'll need your strap here. So we'll grab the strap in our left hand. This is a strong stretch. So we'll bend the right knee, taking the strap around the back of that right foot, and taking the strap in your left hand. It's nice to hook it over the shoulder like so, and then draw that foot in. Oh, such a big stretch for the right quad. I can already feel it. So you can either stay on your right palm here, or if you have the range, you may come down to that right forearm. Oh, so strong. So really stretching the right quad now. So still the front seam of the right thigh, but we're actually getting a different muscle. Really use your breath in the more challenging poses, or in the poses that create a little more discomfort, is where we need the breath even more. So watch the breath as it floats in and out of the nose. Feel the breath creating space in the body. Creating space in the muscles that we're stretching. Feeling the breath guide us even deeper into this state of serenity, of centeredness, of peace. And taking one more deep breath in. And a long breath out. Gently releasing the strap. Take the palms back underneath the shoulders. Let's just step the left knee back to meet the right knee. Release the buttocks to the heels and find a child's pose. Melting the third eye down to connect with the earth.
Sending the buttocks to the heels. Maybe walking those hands a little further away from the body. And if you prefer child's with knees wide, then take that. Whatever option suits your body best is fine. And just take a moment here to notice the difference between the left and the right side of the body. Any sensations in the muscles? Child's pose is such a beautiful pose for this element or intention of surrender. Bowing down. And just one more deep breath in. And a long breath out. And then inhale, coming up to all fours. We're going to come to a short down dog. So if you prefer not to take down dog or it doesn't suit your body, then you can either just go from cat to cow or any other passive pose of your choosing. You could stay in child's pose if you wish. If you're with me, then just tucking the toes, lifting the hips and finding our dog. I'm just going to fix my shirt for the microphone. So I find down dog a really nice stretch for my hamstrings and my calves. We're really grounding those feet, those heels down into the earth. Feel the stretch down the whole back seam of the thigh and the leg. And then inhale, we float both heels high. Exhale, ground your right heel as you bend the left knee. So stretching the right thigh, right calf. Inhale, the heels high. Exhale, left heel grounds, right knee bends. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, right heel grounds, left knee bends. Last one, inhale, heels high. And exhale, left heel grounds, right knee bends. Inhale, heels high. And exhale, both heels down. Inhale, gently walking all the way to the top of the mat. So meeting in our forward fold. Just for a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Releasing our fingertips down to the earth and stepping that left knee back. Back knee down. So again, if you only got to here, make sure you slide that left knee all the way back in space. So that left thigh is long. Target muscle is stretching that left thigh. And making sure the right ankle is underneath the right knee. Then heel toe the right foot to the right edge of the mat. Palms on the inside. We can either stay on the palms or come down to our forearms. So target muscle is the top of our left thigh, the left hip flexor. And let the head be heavy. You might also be feeling a stretch for the hips, maybe in the right inner thigh. Wherever you're feeling this pose, just breathe. Closing the eyes and finding our surrender. Notice how each muscle feels in this pose. Dropping into a state of pure body awareness. And just one more deep breath in. And a long breath out. And we inhale, come back onto our palms. Bending that left knee, we take the strap in the right hand. Strap goes around the back of our foot. And then hook the strap over the right shoulder. So getting deep into that left quad now. I can already feel it again. Either staying on our left palm or coming down to the left forearm. And then closing down the eyes, surrendering into the left quad stretch, really deep stretch. So use the breath, come out of it if you need. There's no need to pull the foot too close in. If it's all the way out here, that's totally fine. Just be where you need to be. Keep using the breath. Send the breath into the top of the left thigh. Feel the breath create space. And just one more deep breath in. And a long breath out. Slowly, gently release the strap to the side. Or not, just leave it. And then step the right knee back to meet the left, finding child's pose. And just here for a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Inhale, rolling up to all fours. To the knees. Exhale, send the buttocks to the left, the feet to the right, and then taking them forward. Slowly lifting the arms up in line with the shoulders. And exhale, rolling down to the earth. Bending the knees, soles of the feet to the earth, and crossing the right ankle over the left thigh. So from here, really press that right knee away from you. You may stay here, or you may draw that left knee into the chest. And if you can't quite interlace the hands behind that thigh, you can use your strap here. So the strap goes in between, and then you can use your strap to draw the knee in. Otherwise, interlacing the hands behind the thigh or on top of the shin. So getting the outer seam of the thigh now, the glute, the right glute. And just allow the shoulders to shimmy away from the ears, the chin to gently tuck into the chest. And to take it deeper, you can focus on drawing the left knee to the left shoulder. And so we've stretched the top or the front seam of the thighs, the back seam. First pose, we also stretched the inner seam, and now we're stretching that outer seam.
One more long breath in. And a long breath out. Gently release both feet to the earth. And cross the left ankle over the right knee now. So the first step is really press that left knee away from the body. And then we inhale right knee to chest. Use your strap if you need. Otherwise, interlace the hands behind the right thigh or on the top of the right shin. Keep flexing the left foot and pressing the left knee away as you gently guide the right knee to the right shoulder. And again, I like to shimmy my shoulders away from my ears. A gentle tuck of chin to chest to really keep the spine long, shoulders relaxed and open. Getting deep into the left glute now. Sending the breath deep into the belly of the left glute. Here for one more deep breath in. And a long breath out. And gently draw the knees to the chest. And float the legs all the way up to the sky. So if you have a bolster or a rolled up blanket or a pillow, you can place it underneath the hips. But otherwise, we don't need one. We can just take the legs to the sky, and then we're going to open the legs nice and wide. So last little pose here to stretch the inner thighs again. A nice gentle passive pose now. If this is too much with the legs long, then you can just bend the knees here. So it gets a different muscle in the inner thighs, but it still targets the inner thighs. And then the palms can either rest on the inner thighs, pressing them down, or grabbing the outer thighs and just taking a little of the effect of gravity off to make it a little bit gentler. Your choice. Just here for one more nice long deep breath in. And a long breath out. And use those palms to draw the knees back into the chest. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. And gently rock the spine side to side. Allowing the legs to lengthen long into Shavasana. Feet roll out. Palms face up. And taking a moment to notice the energy in the legs. Having opened the 4 quadrants of the thighs. How do the legs feel now? How do the hips feel now? How does the energy flow through the hips and the thighs?